Hello folks, we are Dead here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Ancient Dungeon VR, a VR roguelike that completely took me by surprise. I went in with the low expectation, but what I found was a game with way more depth than I ever imagined. So let's talk about my experience, what worked and what didn't, and whether this is something you should add to your VR library. At first glance, the blocky, pixelated graphics had me a little skeptical, and it's got a Minecraft aesthetic that I wasn't sure how well that would translate to a dungeon crawler. But once I got in, I realized that this game isn't just about looks, it's about interaction. The fact that I could slice through grass, break crates, and actually affect the environment made everything feel alive. Enemy variety also stood out. Every run introduced me to a different creature, each with the unique attack patterns. And the best part? You can dismember them. Not completely, but enough to make combat feel weighty and satisfying. Every attempt felt fresh, and even after multiple runs, I still hadn't unlocked everything. Then came multiplayer. This game allows up to 4 players to team up, and let me tell you, this is where it truly shines. Running through dungeons with a friend was an absolute blast. Some power-ups were shared, others were personal, and it made every run feel like a strategic balance between teamwork and individual growth. The revive mechanic, where you can donate a heart to bring back a teammate, added an extra layer of cooperation that made multiplayer even more engaging. One of the most surprising aspects was just how deep the game is. I discovered that you could actually attack the merchant, and if you do, he doesn't take it lightly. It becomes a mini-boss, turning what would normally be a safe moment into a fight for survival. And speaking of the shop, breaking items in the merchant's area actually affects the discount you get, which is a small but brilliant touch. I also underestimated the difficulty. Enemies were much tougher than I expected, and I failed my runs more times than I care to admit. The boss fights were all unique, and while I enjoyed the designs, I did find their attack patterns to be somewhat predictable. Still, they added a sense of progression and challenge that kept me coming back. Another thing I didn't expect was the lore. There is an actual story to uncover, and the way it's presented really sparked my curiosity. You need to complete runs to unlock weapon enhancement, and power-ups play a crucial role in whether you make it out alive or not. Choosing the right ones can make all the difference. Sound design is decent. The music fits the atmosphere well, adding to the tension and excitement of each run. Some levels do feel a bit visually dull compared to others, but overall, the presentation works well for what the game is trying to achieve. So what's the verdict? Ancient Dungeon VR completely exceeded my expectation. I went in skeptical and ended up hooked. The physics-based interaction, the enemy variety, the unexpected depth, and the chaotic fun of multiplayer make this an easy recommendation for anyone who enjoys roguelikes and dungeon crawlers in VR. Have you played Ancient Dungeon VR yet? What did you think? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more VR content. Thank you very much for watching. We are Dead, signing out.